You're not a gangster just because you made €5 more or because you went out and acted like a tough guy. That really upsets me because I see these kids who are clueless. And as soon as, God forbid, something happens when they're 16 or 17. Do you know what prison means? Prison? Do you have any idea all these people acting tough now just because they have an acquaintance who told them something? And you know in prison they'll be crying, like girls? You don't sleep, you're constantly 3 times more stressed than any businessman, for example. And if I don't want them to believe that, I don't care at all. The truth is, a businessman is very stressed, of course, about his businesses, his work. But when a guy, man, is 17 or 18 years old and he's out on the streets making money is much harder. You can't suddenly tell me to go buy a football team. You can't just say that to me. Now all the kids are saying they'll make €1,000,000 a year. Hustle? Fool around? What? Hustle? Is that it? Hustle, fool around, act stupid, and I don't want to say stupid because if a stupid person works hard, he becomes smart. But a fool is always a fool. Don't be fooled by what they say now, that there's truth and all that. In the past, there was truth, now there isn't. Now it's just punk behavior. See these youngsters? They claim to be loaded. Will you show something? Will you hold it near your heart?
Are you done?
Doesn't it work there, sir? Doesn't he know what I'm doing? And now, one child is dying and the other child will die inside too. Just because you have a degree, shove it up your ass. The teachers I've had, even if you put 100 degrees together, you'll never reach them.
Welcome to FtaklakisTalk. In today's episode, I have with me Dimitris Kechagias. You've definitely seen him. He was on an old reality show, Big Brother, 6 years ago, but you left your mark. I think people will remember you, definitely.
To tell you the truth, I haven't really focused on who remembers and what, or who watched and who didn't. But generally speaking, because back then it was quarantine and the whole situation and all that, people were watching.
What you were saying was going viral in general.
They were watching your speech.
Also, Dimitris is a businessman. You have this business here, right?
Veggie. I deal with the whole field of vehicles. Anything that has to do with vehicles, buying and selling, imports, and anything related to all the bureaucracy. Imagine, I started this job, my first one like this, my first deal, let's say my first transfer. As we say, yes.
Yes.
I did it when I was 16 years old.
That much.
So I've been involved in the field for many years, and slowly, as the years go by, you build more and more things, on top of that.
All right then. Nice to meet you. Dimitri is my friend, so I want to hear your story. That's what I always do with all my guests. Okay, I want you to tell me a bit in general. Let's go back to your childhood. Where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Okay, look, I was born and raised in Brahmi. I was born in Brahmi, Agios Dimitrios. That's where I'm from.
Yes.
Yeah, look, as for my childhood, what can I tell you, man? Now?
Overall, those childhood years were tough.
Man, look, personally, my opinion on this matter, and I'm glad we're doing this because it's the first time I'm talking on YouTube. I've never spoken on Hours before. I've spoken on television. Are you happy? There's a different setup there. There's censorship. You know what you'll say, what you won't say, how you'll say it, how they'll write it, how they'll set it up afterwards and all that. Look, I believe that if you don't come from money, man, and don't cut this, if you don't come from money and you want to build a life for yourself, 5 things to help yourself, your family, and those you love and who love you. Nothing is easy, neither your childhood nor the years that follow.
Yes, but no matter how bad it is, that doesn't make you better.
Look, man, for me personally, in my mind, the way I see it, enduring tough times is necessary. Unless, as I said, you're from rich families who have a different path and direction in life. Hey man, do you have some comforts? In quotes? Yeah, so for me it's necessary to start off tough.
So now, Dimitri, from what I understand, your family wasn't well off.
Look, my mother, okay, she's been working since she was very young anyway, from a very young age. My mother is tough, she's been working since she was young, she's been through her hardships. Her too. My father is, what can I say, and not just because he's my father, right? Because, everyone sees their father and mother as gods. I'm not just saying it because he's my father. He's the coolest guy I've ever met in my life. I mean, he made his moves when he was younger, and later on, he built a really good family. He created a proper family. He worked hard. Many people are saying my father has money and that you left the game, but that's all nonsense. My father worked, man, 2 jobs a day. at 7 in the morning and at 4 before dawn just to bring 5 euros home. My mother used to eat chips when I was a baby. There was no money, just problems and worries, but we had a close family, a man working all day and a woman keeping the house together as everyone should. That doesn't exist in our generation anymore, you understand? So, a lot of work.
Did you lack anything?
When I was a kid, yeah man, did I miss not seeing my father every day?
That's not something you lacked. Like food? Look,
I never steal, and I will never complain in my life. We all struggle so that we lack nothing. There should never be a lack of food at home. And every man who builds a home, let's put it that way, must provide. There must always be food. After that, everything else follows. We never lacked food.
did you ever feel, let's say, at a disadvantage compared to the other kids?
I never felt inferior to any other kid.
No one, not even to a rich kid. I didn't care at all.
Fine, they can have their money or make it or whatever. I never felt inferior, and I never allowed myself to feel inferior about anything as a kid. You know, I might have said, damn it, why don't I have that boat? Why is my tracksuit short? Why don't I have money to do this, to go there?
To get a Mercedes at 15 man?
You know? But for me, what we had was enough, you know? And I was saying, you know what? What else can we do about this? I mean, some things were covered, you know, some family problems. Afterwards, my father, you know, kept working because like I told you, he's a tough guy, a real man. He kept working and I would say to him, you know, Dad, I have an idea. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do something else. I took the 300 euros and his 200 euros trying to turn them into 1,000 instead of spending them. You know what I mean, right? I mean, I got 3 mopeds and a scooter when I was 16, just a kid. And I was saying, I'll fix it up to go to school. You know, I'll sell the scooter for 700 euros. First I got another one, then a car, then sadness. You know what I mean? I had that kind of mindset, man.
To invest, let's say? Yeah.
Whatever we can. Some people's fathers gave them 1 million, while others' fathers couldn't give them a single euro because the man didn't have any. You understand? Whatever you get is good, and don't listen to nonsense now, okay? I started from nothing, all of that. But very few people start from nothing. Only a handful of people start from zero. And it's also very difficult to progress.
Yeah. So, Dimitris, you never felt inferior to the other kids, but you said that when you were younger, it bothered you a bit, like, why should he have it and not me, for example?
Inferior. I never thought about it. I never felt that way inside. But I would say, you know what? Man, it's like what you said.
Why?
The circumstances. You know what I mean? The circumstances? I never turned around to assign blame for why we don't have money as a family. Why aren't we loaded? You get it? Why? That's just how things are, man. Why aren't we loaded? It's very simple. I mean, if we look for it and overanalyze it, it's really very simple. You're not loaded, man. You have to accept it. You're not loaded. Can you become loaded? Do you have a way to live a little better? Do you have a way to live much better? That's your own thing, you know? But I never felt disadvantaged, man. For real, bro. I had 5 euros in my pocket, not 500, I didn't care. I had 5 others, didn't even have 5. Did you understand your name?
Also, I want to ask, you have a lot of energy. How do you have that? Have you always been like this since you were a kid?
Since I was a kid, I've been like this, man. And now, where does it come from? To tell you the truth, because I try, you know, year after year, as the mileage adds up, thank God I keep trying. You know, to analyze myself a bit better, because I'm not perfect.
Are you self-critical, let's say, to improve yourself?
I'm trying, man, to improve myself, to think, you know, to see what I can fix about my character. Just generally, a few things. But where does it all come from? I don't know. I've always been this way, so I can't judge it since I've never been different. You get it?
I want you to tell me in general about the role models you had when you were young, because I see here there's The Godfather. Did you have mobsters as role models when you were young?
Look, I'll tell you something, because there are so many, because our generation these days especially is all about gangsters. Are they even gangsters, man? What do you mean? Because I don't even know how to say it, man, you know? And the whole thing, I mean, you're not a gangster just because you made 5 euros more or because you went out and acted tough. You're not a gangster, man. That's not the gangster thing, the idol, the gangster role model that has come from abroad. For example, it doesn't have that image they're selling today because you didn't understand. And that really upsets me because I see kids who are clueless and then, knock on wood, if something happens to them at 16 or 17, man. Do you know what prison means, man? Do you have any idea while everyone is looking and acting tough? And just because they have an acquaintance who told them, And you know, man, they're going to cry like girls. Do you know what that means? Kids have the wrong idea in their heads. What's to blame isn't just the generation, man. It's also about how you work your own mind, you know? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you now? But you're just asleep and daydreaming, and you think that you'll take it up the ass and then become a girl?
Do you understand how you didn't get involved in illegal stuff?
Look, man, I'll tell you, because from a very young age...
At a young age, you get involved.
Did we mess up in our lives, bro? We've all messed up, and if anyone says they haven't, I'm the one who tips my hat to them. You should know, I don't consider him a wimp. For me, he's not that kind of guy. You know what they say? A wimp can't act tough. If you can hustle and make money from your own home, if you've got the guts to do that, then you're a real man. Anyone who tells you that if you haven't been around, haven't done things, or haven't experienced life, you're a wimp. He might be a wimp in quotes in the way he thinks and how he acts and moves, but in the end, just a little wimp. He's more of a tough guy than us, who've busted our asses on the street, hustling, searching, running, doing things and all that.
And we want none of that.
That money isn't easy money.
Breaking the law isn't easy.
It's the hardest money there is.
Yeah, because you'll get caught? No.
It's not that you'll get caught. You don't sleep. You have triple the stress of a regular businessman, for example. And if I don't want people to believe that, I don't care. That's my truth. A businessman naturally feels a lot of stress about his businesses and work.
But everything is declared.
But when a young guy, man, is 17 or 18 years old and is out there hustling, is it much harder to make money? Yes, much harder, man.
You risk a lot and you make a lot.
You don't always make a lot, even if sometimes you do.
I mean, if you don't give a damn.
You win, you don't win. If a legit business of yours goes bad, you'll say, I put 100 grand into a deal and got nothing. Why did it go wrong? Did you put yourself on the line and get 25 years in prison, which is harder, the money, and which is tougher?
Yeah, the sentence, yeah.
What's tougher? You invested, my brother, and it didn't work out? Okay? I'm not saying it's a small thing, you know? I'm not putting it down. It's just that in my mind, at least, it's the same story. Someone else might say whatever they want, but for me, it's the same.
I want you to tell me, I mean, did you generally look to movies for your role models? Who were they?
As a kid, I had role models like everyone. For me, for example, it was my father. The first VHS tape he brought me, do you remember those? Were you around for them?
2002, I was born then.
2002, man, VHS is the tape we used to talk about, you know, before DVDs. I mean, my dad brought me Rocky.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Conan the Barbarian with Schwarzenegger. Awesome movie. Awesome movie. I grew up with those films, man. So I like martial arts. I like combat sports. I like tough people. I liked all that fighting stuff, all that action. You know, I liked all that. I thought, and I still think, man, that there you get something right or wrong. The future decides that. It's not really for you to judge. Neither do I, nor does the guy who just talks. The future decides. How you live your life, you know, in general, but that's how I grew up, with that kind of pattern, man. And in general, I believe that I don't know how what I'm about to say will sound. It might sound strange, but I don't mind. I haven't really gotten involved, but I know how it sounds and how others see it. A man needs some crap in his life. Do you understand what I mean by that? A man who wants to start a family someday. He has to go through crap in every area. Whether it's jobs or tricks, you have to go through crap if you ask me. That's my opinion in every area. Work, people, friends, acquaintances.
Dimitris, I want you to tell me what jobs you've done to make money.
Everything? I've done everything.
What do you mean?
Look, I'll tell you. All right, now delivery, you don't need to understand these things. I think we've all tried different things to see what's happening and how, but I always had a little angle in mind. Not the easy money they talk about, the smart money. You understand? I like that. What can I do? Take the 500 euros, turn them into 1,500, and instead of working 10 like you, work only 3. How can I do that? I got into various gigs, then I opened my own restaurant, but then I didn't like working in food service. And honestly, the money it brought in just wasn't enough for me at all. In general, I've been through a lot of gigs. I've seen what goes on with shipping, with boats, with rentals, with car rentals, with Mykonos.
So you've done all that?
I've been around. In general, I can say that at least in this area, I have an opinion, a builder's perspective. You see, I don't understand everything, and I'm not the kind of man who knows it all. I'm the kind of man who believes he knows nothing. Do you understand what I mean by that? I don't know anything.
But you went through hard work before you could work smart.
Let's say no. And I'm not the kind of guy who will tell you that I've worked hard in my life either.
Yeah, but being a delivery guy has
Made my mind work hard. You see, when a kid works, I'll work 8 hours for me. He's a tough guy. But when I was a kid, it wasn't like that. I was saying, man, I need to do something else, not work so many hours so I can dedicate myself. Because look, for better or worse, when life puts you in that situation where you have to work 10 or 12 hours, a lot of other things get left behind. You just don't have the drive to move on to something else, do you? You're tired, you're worn out, but life, man, it just puts you in that situation where you have to do it. So we've all been through this. That's exactly how it is. We've all been through this issue. Later on, when you make €5, whether it's from your job, from a trick, from something, man, you make €5. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to spend it on hookers and clubs? Maybe you'll do it once. You'll say, I'll enjoy it. Maybe you'll spend it on a car, maybe on a watch. Yeah, okay, I get it. We've done those things too. You know, it's all fine. It's all ours. When you don't have money, man, as soon as you get some, you burn through it. Later on, as you get older, you start thinking, wait, we made 5. Let's take the 2 and the 3, let's invest them somewhere else, let's put them somewhere, let's see how we can take it further. You can't keep spending all the time. If you do, you'll end up with nothing and work 15 hours a day. And now I'm 33, thank God, and I work all day.
And I believe that many people live their lives like that, never doing anything extra.
That's what I believe. I don't know if I really believe it or not, to tell you the truth. But many people aren't willing to keep their minds active. I don't want to judge these people. When I was younger, I called them idiots, but now they just sit there with inactive minds. Man, I don't want to. You know, as I get older, I respect that I don't want to when I hear it. You tell him, come on, you work 15 hours a day for €1,000 a month. That's just a number. I don't know what I pay them. Everyone gets something different. Why don't you want to go after something more? And the guy just turns around and very simply says to you, you know what? For me, this is the ceiling. I live well, I don't have money, I pay my rent and I have my food. I'm satisfied, I'm good. I don't want to judge this person. For some people, that's as far as they go. For others, it's up to here. Everyone has their own limits. You know, whatever makes you happy, man, whatever makes you feel good, that's it.
But you weren't satisfied just being an employee, let's say that's why you went after it? You'll do whatever it takes.
I've got this thing in my head. For better or worse, I'm never satisfied with anything. Or at least I'm not satisfied with anything for myself. I'm not demanding with those around me. I don't put the blame on others. Who's to blame? Who's doing what? Who's responsible for all the problems and all the so-called concerns in our lives? It's us, man, for where we're heading, where we're drifting. It's our fault. I'm not demanding with anyone else, but with myself. I'm the most extremely demanding jerk you've ever heard of in your life. In my work, in how I live, how I move, how I treat my people. What do you mean? If I wake up one day and don't feel like I'm going to improve in some area of my life, I consider that day lost. Completely, totally lost.
But that happened because of the difficulties you faced when you were younger. That's why you developed this mindset.
And with what you see around you and how you grow up, what you pay attention to, who is in front of you, you understand the kinds of struggles you're dealing with. All these things, if you are, I believe, if you are an intelligent person, you start thinking. You don't just sleep. You wonder, man, why is the person next to me hungry? Who's to blame? Now, everyone turns around. Is it the state's fault? Is it the meaning? I'm with you. Who's to blame? They're all factors that are to blame. Who did you vote for, man? Out at work, when that boss came back and you play along, you kneel just to get €20 more. And you knelt because necessity brought you to your knees, man, because you were in need and you knelt, at least in part. We're to blame too, and I'm to blame because I didn't support you. You who have a problem. The one who's better off than you and me is also to blame because he didn't support a person. A little further down, he tried to step on his throat, you get it? Just make your money. But that's how I am. With my employees, with the people who work for me, and with my partners. I don't step on their throats, man. That's where more problems will arise, making people bow their heads even more. Then, the more you screw him over instead of waking up, unfortunately, because we're screwing over the majority now, everyone is screwing each other over. Do you understand? The one above screws over the one below, and the one below screws over the one even further down. Aren't we all supposed to go somewhere together, to move forward together? You see, I do a job and I sell this. I sell this for how much? I sell it for 1,000, and I find out that you sell the same thing for 800 euros, instead of coming to you and saying, hey man, we're selling the same thing, why are we selling it for 800 euros? That's where, the method comes in, competition, money, and all that. Yeah, but man, that might be good for your own pocket, but in the end, who gets screwed?
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone. You'll get 800 euros Matea, but when it drops to 100 euros because we've devalued it, you won't have anything to eat. We're all being ruined, man. Anyone who now says it's the neighbor's fault is wrong, brother. We've all contributed to the mistake, all of us, even me. We've all done it, man. The thing is, as we grow up, we have to stop doing it. We really need to think about where the problem starts.
So, brother, I have a lot of things to tell you, but let's talk about sports, since you mentioned martial arts. When did you start getting involved?
Look, I started my first experience with martial arts, let's say, was when I was about 14. We used to take a bus with others my age for sports and go to a big gym in Calathea at Gadako. I'm not sure if you know it. We would go there, and that was my first experience anyway, my first contact.
And that's what I want to do.
Of course you should do it. Are those the ones you have to do? Yes, those of course you have to do them. All of them, especially the old ones. You have to do all of them. All of them. Of course, that was my first experience back then. And how did I get hooked on this, man? Afterwards, for a few years, I quit and messed around, smoked, drank booze.
You quit?
I quit completely. I picked it up. I'll tell you how the whole story went after that. I go down there to the teacher's basement, God bless him, I go down to the basement. And back then, I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know the terminology or how things worked. And I see Alexandros Nikolaidis, an athlete back then, very good, at least in my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, including the late Orestes. Kukain, look him up to understand. Dantela, Kukain, Dantela. And I was watching them doing sprints. Back then I didn't know what sprints meant. And they were doing starts because they had races. And that's where I saw it and got obsessed and I said, I want this.
Did you fight when you were young? Yes.
All the time.
Before you went?
Non-stop? Constantly?
Wasn't it that you needed it? But no.
No need.
Because many go because they get bullied?
No, man, what bullying? Listen, that's a different conversation. Are parents also responsible for bullying? I don't care if I'm criticized for saying this. I like it when you teach your child discipline. That's your hand, that damn hand. You won't raise it against kids. You'll learn to speak and express yourself. But when that hand is raised against you, you'll cut off both of their hands, both of them. When we keep telling a kid not to raise their hand, not to do this, and then they come home with a black eye and we tell them to hold back, well, that just gets worse, man. I'm not in favor of violence and I never have been in favor of violence. But at some point in your life, man, you have to learn to put a stop to things. In any way you can, put a stop. I didn't have much, I just started it because I liked you. And when I started, you should know why I started it, like I told you before. I started it seriously. At the level of competitive sports, when I went there at almost 18, so to speak, which is relatively old. I quit smoking cold turkey in one day. Because I had been smoking since I was 13, I bought packs since elementary school. Are we talking about a real idiot? But now, no, I quit smoking cold turkey. Almost 18 and I say, you know what? Am I going to go into competitive sports? What? Professional sports, you know? Now, that wasn't really a thing back then. I said, no, I'm going into competitive sports and started when I was almost 18.
You moved on to something else.
Just before 18 until I was 26 years old, like I said, there were no weekends, no vacations, no breaks, nothing. I used to say, I'll do this. And it really fulfilled me a lot, that whole part of it. And that's how I decided to go down this path.
Did you start with kickboxing?
Yes.
Didn't you try anything else?
Boxing? I tried. I even did some boxing matches.
Now that Brazilian stuff and all that is in fashion, man.
For me, I respect all people who are involved in any martial art. I don't respect the internet scammers. I don't respect the fake teachers and storytellers. I don't respect at all those people who have flooded the internet everywhere. And people, the brothers, are dangerous. Your child that you will take and bring down there is dangerous. Just because you have a degree, shove your degree where the sun doesn't shine. The teachers I've had, even if you put 100 degrees together, you will never reach their level. Having a degree doesn't mean you can care for a child. The teacher is also an educator. It's very difficult for me. A teacher is sacred. It's not a joke. Especially a martial arts teacher is not a coach. It's not like just going to play soccer. And yes, there will be discipline in soccer too. I'm not saying there won't be teamwork there. But when we enter martial arts and call someone a teacher, my friend, that's something else, a different role. It's completely different and difficult.
So basically, at 13, you were a bit of a troublemaker, and then you stopped that, you start competing in sports. Do you ever regret that? Nothing. I mean, did you ever go out, or maybe just a little, did you ever get involved with nightlife? Like, were you ever a bouncer?
No, man.
Not even being protection for someone, like being someone's bodyguard? Why are they linked? Is that why?
Is it combined? Want to know why? I'll tell you, my friend. First of all, as a country, let's say it, brother, we have amazing athletes, we're awesome, but as a country, we don't support them. When a guy, my friend, I have many examples to mention to you, a player, when there are great players, it's not right for Andros here to work 9 hours, man, and then go to train. He will never reach the level we want. And still, the kids were doing great. Imagine if they actually supported them. Imagine if they actually helped them too. As a state, Like if there was a team, you know what I mean? Like a state team, where they'd say, hey, you come here, man. Starting tomorrow, you won't be working. But you'll do 5 hours of training a day. Just saying. Like, the whole day. You're serious, you'll be a professional, but you're not working now. When a person, man,
is a great player and works,
but he has his father sick, his mother, a little kid, a wife. He has to bring food home. He goes to practice and he's thinking about home, man. And at that point, when you want to make that level up we're talking about, you have to be clear-headed to achieve it.
Are our levels really that different?
There's a huge difference in level. But if you think about it, Greek athletes, they're amazing players. I repeat, man, for what they've received, have they done that much? Yes, that much. I take my hat off to them 100 times because I say, would I have quit today? Would I say, there's no money in this? Now I'm saying we should give 1,000 just to play.
Because I'm sure you reached 26, you said 26. It'll stick in your mind and make you question what you're doing.
Because I need money for the house. How am I supposed to chip in?
This?
Do you understand? Some other guys had it, and I won't hide it. They had much more passion than me, and they were more worthy than me, better than me, stronger, and more battle-ready than me. And they had the goal to do this. They got no help from anywhere, and they couldn't do it, and no one will do it. If they don't get help, how much can a father help? I mean, bro, a teacher? How much can they help? How much can they help, man? How much can they help? When you need to bring home 1,500 euros so your mother, your wife, your child can eat, how much can they help, man? No matter how good of a player you are. It's a shame, man. It really makes me sad about these things, just so you know.
It's an issue, and generally I believe that after that, they get really disappointed, they quit completely, but for some it stays with them. Because it's love.
Love doesn't stop.
I'll tell you.
Sports, as you said, sports are the most beautiful thing on the planet. Professional sports are the worst thing on the planet when it comes to this part of sports. Right? Yes, professional sports are a little joy and a whole lot of hard knocks. Sports are joy every day, especially in martial arts. Think about it. You're a great player. You're at the top level now. What should I tell you? Should I tell you something new or something older? No. You're from the generation of Papa Dimitrio, Kakubavas, Benov. Now we're talking about real players now with guts, not nonsense. You hustle, brother, every day. Don't you score baskets? Don't you score goals? You hustle, brother. Your body hurts every day and your mind hurts too, and no one supports you. Hey, brother, go where you need to go. You have the soul to do it and you want it, but go work an 8-hour job too. You'll get injured, and when you do, you won't be able to train the way you need to in order to get where you have to play. You look at your mother and your wife. Who's going to provide for them? Who will support you? We don't score goals here. We just twisted an ankle and there's fighting going on. You hurt inside and out, you hurt. There is no support. And the things that some kids of this generation, the ones I told you about, have done are huge, considering what we got. Huge.
You also play great music, which I can hear in the background. So, you know what? Since I've seen some of your stories and in general you're really into music and you really like hard rock, from what I understand,
I'm not a musician, I'm just uneducated like that.
you just enjoy it.
I have no connection with that stuff, you know?
But I like it.
You understand, I play electric guitar, I like the guitar, and recently I started using it as a kind of therapy for myself, you know? I said I'll try to improve a bit. That's it, because it helps me relax, it calms me down, I decompress, I unwind, you know? And that's how I started. I like that connection.
Now, do you work out? Of course.
Of course I work out. I never stop working out, but I haven't competed in years.
What are you doing now?
Everything? Gym bags? Yes, I do that, but I don't put on gloves.
Yes.
I don't want to.
What had you achieved in competitions in general? I mean, are you proud of any particular fight?
For anything I've done? And I was always the player who, those who know and all that, those of us who are in the same generation, let's say, I'm the player who has style. So Rexilo, in the games, did I lose or get cheated? I've never played. I haven't played with top players with the likes of Paizo Paixtaras, Gama, Kederno.
But I have
played with my bare hands. I've played elite fight nights without any gear. I've been around, yes, my child, I've had knee surgery, I've been through it, I've seen it, I haven't fought monsters. Do you get what I mean? Still, I won the championship with Greek teams, competed in my category, competed in Waco, the European Championship, and the Athens Challenge, and took second place. Where there, for example, it was something I didn't know back then with my coach at the time. The opponent had stopped 3 times to vomit, and we didn't know it. That he had a 1.5-minute break, and it was allowed. And I thought the matches were ending, but they never ended. Those were the stages I went through, man. I've done a few things, I've seen things. I never became a great player.
do you think every man should go through it, play a match like that, get in the ring? No, huh?
It takes a lot of guts, a lot of balls.
But it doesn't give you any feelings though, right?
Do you get things because you're alone? That's what I liked. I'm alone, man, and you're alone.
Yeah, that's where you have to fight.
There you're alone. There are no friends there. There's no going out.
Does it help you more?
There's no change? What change? There's no change there. Do you throw punches, man? That's what I liked about it, you know? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it doesn't make you more of a man, but a little more.
These things don't make you a man in your life. No, other things make you more of a man. Your word, how you support your family and your people, how much you stand by your word, what you say, how sharp you are, having respect.
Yes.
But they respect you. That's when you become more of a man.
You have confidence though.
When you clearly gain confidence, when you trust your hands, of course, but your hands won't count for much. I always say this and repeat it. Yes, and I am a more serious person. And if you talk, yeah, okay. Will you throw 5 punches better than me? Will I throw them? Definitely better than you? Okay. But we didn't solve anything. Are there extremes in the world? Yes.
Also, something else I've heard. Many people say that, let's say, knowing martial arts doesn't have much value in the world. And that we're supposedly in a world now that's not like before Christ when people used to fight, stab each other and all that. Of course, man. But I believe it's important to know, to really know, it really matters and you really are the most impressive person in the room. Look.
I'll tell you, knowing is really good. Just like you learn things and learn to walk. It's very good. Knowing what you know is good. You can handle yourself in some situations, but that doesn't mean you have to provoke. And it doesn't mean that just because you can throw 5 punches better than me, you'll solve a serious problem. Why? Good or bad? Forget about the tough guys now, the ones they call gangsters and bodyguards, the macho posturing and bullying and all that. If there's a serious issue or if there's anything at all. Things in our generation are now solved with extremes. Fists don't matter. It doesn't matter who fights better. I don't care if you fight better. If we have a serious problem, are we really going to fight like 15-year-olds? If you know how to fight, are you going to beat me up, brother? Okay, fists matter there. Nowhere else do fists matter. Fists matter afterwards. In your character, in going to play, to take a beating, to sweat, to bleed, to get angry inside, mentally.
That's as far as I'll go, but let's say if you're walking outside on the street, they say it's more likely they'll go after the weak one rather than go after you or someone like me, a fighter. So you also avoid some problems, right?
Do they go after people everywhere? Isn't that a bit random? Now that's nonsense. They'll come after you everywhere. If you know how to defend yourself, that's to your advantage, but they'll still come after you too. I was always skinny, my hair, my style, all that.
But you give off a certain style.
They always thought I was weak. When you beat them up, they'll realize you're not weak, but they'll push you into it. So people have the need for validation.
They want to act a little superior.
He likes to act tough. He thinks that's how he'll be a man, by showing off, not by being straightforward. That's why I'm telling you. Our generation has mixed things up completely, and now the ants are trying to tell the bee how to make honey. It's the same in every area, whatever it is, that's why we're all lost.
Dimitris, I want us to talk a bit about your journey in business. So, did you build it from scratch? You didn't take something ready-made and just do various things? I want you to tell me when you started your first business. Was it this one? Any business? Yes, it doesn't matter.
From a very young age, I started creating things in various fields. Just so you know, I'm not saying this just to you. In general, I don't talk about my work. Yeah, I generally don't like it. I don't like talking about what I do, who I am, what I do, what. You know that? I try to avoid these things, I don't like them. I started from a very young age, but I was creating things in every field, in any situation I could imagine. To try this, to try that, to mess up there, to make a mistake here, you know, I was never afraid to make mistakes.
Do you want to discuss this business at least?
No problem, man. And I told you, I've tried to do business with boats and with houses.
Here it is now. This is the remaining job.
Look, for me and for the way I think, you have to manage to build something that will put food on your table. And from there on, go as far as your guts can take you. So for me, that's my principle. That's what I think. You can't suddenly tell me you're going to buy a football team. You can't just suddenly tell me that. Now that all the youngsters are saying they'll make €1 million a year, who are you, man? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Or what? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you an idiot? I won't say dumb because a dumb person can become smart with hard work. An idiot stays an idiot. Now I see youngsters, 17 and 18 years old, wearing bags and watches that I had to sweat to get, and you too. You wear fake stuff and act tough? What kind of tough guy are you? Who are you? So what? Just because of a watch? What does that make you? And me? What does a watch I wear make me? What does a car I drive make me? What are you showing off for, man? What are you showing off for? Do you know what kind of money is out there? And just because you hustle and act tough and think you're making money, go ahead, make what? Make what? A little cash? Are you? You're poor, man. What are you making? Sit down and work, put your butt down and sweat, get your hands dirty, earn your daily wage, and then see what else you can do. How else can you get ahead if you don't have experience? Now you're acting tough with me, ready to do 15 years in prison? Why? Come back later and call yourself the tough guy. When you're out and can't do anything, like with a locked bank account, if you've done something, go ahead. Then you're the tough guy. Subtitles.
And what you said is very important because we see that many of us might chase after a car now, but still, that won't make us tough guys. Let's say we should just be ourselves.
Your watch, cars, and clothes don't make you tough, my friend.
Why do so many of us chase after it?
Why are we chasing it? Are we chasing you? Is that what toughness means? Do cars just end up as scrap metal? And what about the watch?
Why? He says, should I act like a tough guy because of the Mercedes?
What are you talking about, buddy? Isn't that acting tough? I'm telling you again, it's cool, and when you're young, you like it. And I, at 22, went and got a Cayenne, and I was saying I drive a Cayenne and all that, and I didn't care about anything. And in 2 years, I started to fall apart.
Yeah, but not everyone will go through that. Nothing.
No one should go through this, which is why I'm telling you and feel sad for the youngsters. Build your little house well so it won't collapse and crush you while you sleep. And later on, you see what else you can do if you're smart and tough and you're in the right crowd.
Do you think that when someone makes good money going out...
Does that mean good money to you? First, tell me this, just so I understand where you want to take the conversation. What does good money mean?
To be able to support others, let's say...
To be able to support because they need you.
For example, is his mom a businesswoman?
All right, okay.
You, for example, do you think it's good to show off, to get, let's say, the car, the watch, or is it better not to show off?
Listen, everyone in life does whatever they need. This thing about showing off that we're talking about, we've all gone through that stage in our lives. Because we didn't have money, And when we got money,
Yeah.
we wanted to show it off. No one who's loaded shows off, because why would I show what I have just to compete? To see, to prove to whom and what? Money for me, you don't need to show it. Why show it? Does anyone tell you to show your money? Show it if you have it. Otherwise, you don't get any.
Exactly. It's like you said, the rich person doesn't show it, but the one who wants to act rich shows it. Something like that.
Today you're driving a Mercedes that's worth 50 grand and you're wearing a watch that's worth 15 or 20,000 euros, plus you're wearing 5 pieces of gold jewelry. If we add up everything you have, it comes to 100,000 euros. And Georgakis from across the street doesn't even wear a watch, doesn't drive a Mercedes, and lives in Panorama Vula? Georgakis is outdoing you and he doesn't even show it? Who told you he has a lot of money? You who show off? Or Georgakis? We don't need to show off, man. Who has what and who doesn't? There's always someone who has more. Always someone who has a lot. And those who have a whole lot, you don't even know them either. Those who really matter in life, in all the areas we called hustle and gangster, you don't know them either. You don't know who they are. And with just one phone call from them, they screwed you over, wherever you are on the planet, they screwed you over, there's no need. Wow, I'm doing it and everything's fine. We're all something, everyone is something, everyone knows something.
So now I'm taking you to a very important topic about friends. In general, do you have childhood friends? Did you cut off any? Friends, did they take advantage of you? Did they do you wrong?
I've cut off friends. You should know I'm generally the kind of person who cuts everyone off. You know that thing?
Meaning, can you be alone too?
Completely alone, totally, and that's how I've been for many years in my life. I don't compromise, not with friends, not with family, not with people, not with relationships. I don't compromise in my life. I want you to prove to me that you deserve to be by my side, and I will give you back 100 times more. But I don't need to rely on anyone. The only thing I need is to know that my family and the people who have proven they love me are there. To always be there. That's my need. I don't have any other need in life to rely on anyone. Groups, lots of people, too many. That kind of thing makes me feel dirty. It wears me out.
When you were younger, were you the social type?
But I was never the type to hang out with just anyone, to go out anywhere, to go wherever just because I was invited. Never. I'll only go where I want, where I choose, with the people I choose. Otherwise, I'll just stay home alone.
Did anyone ever ditch you? Someone you thought was a friend?
A lot of people have ditched me.
To stab you in the back?
I mean, what are they going to bring me, man? Maybe a glass of water, if they bring anything at all. If they betray me, it's not just that I can tell you're no good, I can read you. That's it, you know. I'm telling you, it's both a blessing and a curse to be able to read people. Me, thank God, I read everything well since I was a kid. Really, really well.
So you have no problems with friends, okay?
No issues, even my own crap mitzos. I see it, I say it's crap mitzos. Do you see it, man? But I kept going.
Now let's move on to the part about women. I want you to say, in general, do you believe that? Should a man have many relationships?
Let's say each person's pattern, depending on what he wants to build.
At what stage have you thought about starting a family?
I wanted to have a family and a child already.
Aren't you doing it now?
No, not so far. If God wills it, I hope so.
Do you want to have children very much?
Very much. But you know what? I have this thought in my mind that in order to have a proper family, to create a proper family, above all, you have to adore your wife. It shouldn't be out of necessity. You have to adore your wife. Your wife comes first. Then comes your child and your home, and above all, you have to be responsible. If you want to become a father, it's very important to actually be a father. That's why we see, unfortunately, broken families everywhere, children left hanging, mothers alone. That hurts me, brother. It doesn't just make me sad, it hurts me, just like I said, to see so many broken homes. And all this, do you know why? It's because our generation is always running, man, running all the time, when in these matters we shouldn't be rushing. Have your relationships, see how things go, see what works for you and what doesn't. And people, men and women, need to learn how to talk.
That's it.
Dimitris, I'm Georgia, and can I go this far or can I go that far? Do you like it?
Why do some people stay without talking things through?
Without clearing things up? Do I want us to clear things up? We have a bed, is that it? Do you like it? Do I like it? Do we have something more? Do you like it? Do I like it? Look, Dimitris, I want to go that far. Can you? Do you want to? Let's go. And everything comes through effort, through working through things, you understand. But more responsibly in all areas, and especially when we're talking about family, extreme responsibility. Otherwise, we don't do author wave.
Narcis also said that the hardest thing, the thing you really need to focus on, is finding a partner. Not exactly the right one, that's the thing.
Is it even possible to find the right man, for him not to be a clown, not to be a gypsy? Do you understand what an olive gypsy is? Do you have the clan within the clan? Am I gossiping in the clan for him not to be a gypsy, in terms of feelings, not to come up short emotionally? Is it forbidden for a man to come up short, brother, in every area? A man who comes up short can hold together a home, a family, and a child. So women are also having a really hard time these days. Not to mention, they say now, she's not a man, she's manly. Brother, women can't find a strong man these days. That's why they've all changed their ways. And she says, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about figuring things out, settling down, having €5, or having a kid. Why would I want to be a mom and just be settled? Because the man will always be an idiot? Because that story sells? I'm not saying women aren't to blame too, of course they are, because they've ruined their own reputation as well. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Strong homes aren't built anymore. There are no strong builders. That's why the house falls apart.
Dimitris, I want you to tell me, in general, how do you see society? You were born in 1992, and things were definitely different back then, right?
I believe things were different in many areas.
I want you to tell me a bit about how you see men today. Men? There are very few always, but there have never been those few who are the alpha males, let's say.
Look, everything has to do, my friend, with your mindset and what you're after and who you want to become in your life. When suddenly all the role models are about becoming a nobody, well, that's where you'll end up. It's exactly what we were saying a little while ago. The image, her appearance, the image and her appearance. Are you chasing that? Are you doing it, kid? Are you a kid? Are you going to do your stupid things now, as we say, as you grow up? For which men, as you grow up? Very few. There are very few.
What do you think you can say to a young person who might be watching and may have gone down the wrong path now? I mean, maybe he's just sitting there on his phone, scrolling, jerking off to girls, let's say, OnlyFans, whatever.
Look, another scenario.
That's why I'm telling you that's the whole point.
Look, women found a loophole and they're making money in a different way than being waitresses, and the men are behind it, who are also men. To throw money around? Men have always been suckers and always spent money in every area, not just on women. But for me, man, just so you know, the prostitutes we're talking about, I respect them. I don't know how that sounds to you, but I respect them. Not just because they say it was a service. Why? Especially in the old days, man, you should know, because there were brothels and prostitutes. Prostitutes, man, have prevented a lot of bad things. A guy would go and get his release, and they've prevented a lot of bad things. These women, for example, I've been in contact with and talked to many women like that. And besides the fact that hardship put her there, I respect that a lot. I don't respect the young girls who have everything and become sluts. You get what I mean? That I don't respect. I respect a woman who has gone through a lot of hardships in her life and ended up there because of her circumstances. That I will respect. A young girl, brother, who is beautiful, has a good family, no responsibilities, thank God. She's educated, she's smart. And for you to become a little whore, I don't respect that at all.
What do you mean by that?
With all of them? I don't respect it. I spread my legs. That's what I do by nature anyway. Let me get a couple of cat scratches. Something by the hour. 150, 160. I don't like that. A woman might think I don't have a problem, that I go along with it, but it doesn't work for me. I don't like it. Your reasoning, because if that's the case, another man could say the same thing, you know. For example, I don't make good money. Should I become a gigolo? I don't like it. A question. Can you do other things in your life besides giving your body? Isn't it just your body you're giving? It hardens you inside a lot. It's a tough job. Sex work is a tough job. You don't just give your body, you give your soul too. After a few years, you become very hardened, you get stuck. So if it's not out of necessity, and really, you didn't have anything else to do, or life led you there, or your mind got stuck and you couldn't find anything else to do. It hurts me to hear it, you understand? Especially from young girls. It really hurts me a lot, my friend, to see girls on this path just because they make money.
But I also want you to tell me this since I didn't say it clearly before. Women today, most girls don't want more successful men.
They're right in the past.
But I don't think that's true.
It's always been around. Just watch Greek movies. The mother would say, find a well-off man.
Did it exist even more?
Yes.
The families would choose, never mind what they say now.
Now, tricksters, swindlers, now, in the past it was more common. You should know this, it starts at home, as they say.
Why did the families prepare you?
For the family to like you so you can join a better one.
You'll find someone for that.
Now it's turned around, your wife says, I don't give a damn about you, Malika. In the end, I'll get absorbed, I'll make money, I'll do my job. She says she'll respect these women, but doesn't like you becoming a whore. Today.
But they don't have that. The roles haven't been lost. Men have become nothing and women have been left alone.
Yes, I'm right, since men have become soft nowadays.
Yes, but it happens. It's like one thing leads to another. Everything.
One thing leads to another, man.
How will this happen? How could things break and everyone return? It can't keep going back and forth forever, can it?
We will never go back again, unfortunately.
So, are things just going terribly?
Terribly, and will they get worse now? Unfortunately, my friend, things are going to get even worse in this area, between men and women.
And what do you suggest to the kids today?
To take their minds back in these areas, is that what you mean? To take their minds back to see how these people were born. We're not discussing situations where things are wrong or lacking a good role model. In those cases, they must find their own way. Then a young person, but a young person with a good family. You can't become soft now when you come from a good family, from a father who's built a proper home, or if you're a young girl. Now that you have an excellent family that raised you properly and with a lot of love, and now you're looking for paths like these, something's wrong with you and you probably won't achieve anything respectable. You'll have money, stick it up your ass. Money doesn't bring happiness. That's a fact, even if everyone judges it. Money doesn't bring true happiness. Money makes life much better in some areas, but real happiness doesn't come from those things. Because if you become rich and make millions and you're loaded and you go around and eat, who do you see yourself from? Responsibility? Put the money where the sun doesn't shine. If you're not ready, what are you going to do with it? The money? Money is very good as a second factor after health. Because if you have money and you're not well, you can't enjoy it. And if you're very respectable, but you say, what are you going to do with it? The money? If you walk out here on the street getting slapped around, everyone.
What to
do with them? Do you have money, all right?
So money is important.
A huge factor.
But there are also other factors. I mean, you know what the thing is with money? Nowadays you can have good health. I mean, somehow you can protect yourself.
You can hope for the health factor. But if something really serious hits you, yeah, you see, billionaires, man, why do billionaires die? I'm not talking about millionaires, I'm talking about billionaires.
Who have everything.
Because they die. Health is the #1 priority.
And I believe it's also a matter of age. Very old people would give all their money to go back.
Even a little, obviously. But the young person doesn't consider that. Why is he deceiving himself?
So, I want you to tell me now, a man from 20 to 30 years old, what should he focus on? Should he focus on having a good time? Should he focus on making money, on building himself up? How do you see this?
In that decade, the man's, as we say, his strongest one, a man should focus absolutely on himself and nowhere else.
Yes, but isn't it very difficult? There are so many distractions pulling you in.
It's extremely difficult. That's why there are so few successful men, because it's very hard. However, all the Tanitsan were successful. It's very difficult to focus on yourself, to say today we'll enjoy this and that's it, today we'll do that, but in the end it's very hard. That's why we all are. We had setbacks, of course, in all areas, and at least now the majority is.
Can you explain one to me? I mean, what shouldn't they pay attention to?
What do you mean? In which area exactly?
What shouldn't they pay attention to? Young people, what shouldn't they get involved in at all?
For me, there's nothing you shouldn't care about at all. Especially since your generation and the situation push you and you get involved in certain things, you inevitably get caught up in a loop. You have to try to realize as quickly as possible what moves you forward and what holds you back. If you're a kid spending all day on your phone, I see it as wrong being a kid, and I hear 98% of kids, maybe I'm even underestimating, telling me I want to be a YouTuber and a trap rapper. Hold on a second. There are YouTubers who have made money, good for them. There are trappers, kids who have made money, congratulations, good for them. How many will become successful trappers? How much money will you make, guys? Does everyone want to become a trapper? There are some trappers who make respectable money, and congratulations to them. Good for them for finding a way and making money. And the remaining 98% make less money than you. How many kids want to be trappers or YouTubers? How much money are you guys going to make from what you all want to become? Is that it? Is this thing really that open now? I mean, the 100,000 kids who are coming up, God bless them in the coming years, are you all going to become trappers and make money? And the 100,000?
Everyone will be driving Lamborghinis.
Hold on, man, wait, it can't be like that, brother. And the kids who made money from this thing right now, they came from the bottom. They thrived during that phase, evolved with their generation, and saw the future. Now the other 100,000. You come around with those scooters, with the battery, with your delivery bags. You all think you're going to make money? Hold on, man, it doesn't work like that. This sets you back, this holds you back. In a few years, brother, and I hope I'm wrong, the young guy will come, the one who's an electrician and studied, or the plumber, and he'll be charging you 200 an hour. Because you're too dumb to change a light bulb? You want to be a traveler and YouTuber and you just want millions? You can't even change a light bulb? Those jobs will be profitable in the future? Could the youngsters do anything with that? That's what I'd tell them. Cut out the little bags, the sunglasses, the nonsense, and all that fake tough guy stuff, and focus on practical professions. Brother, those things will make a lot of money. Learn a trade, even an ugly one.
You'll never go hungry.
Craft. Everyone had a cell phone, so everyone did.
Let's talk a bit about the fights. So, you told me you were a more active kid?
Yes, I was an active kid, as a little boy.
Yes, you weren't causing trouble either.
Or later on as we got older.
When you learned to play? Never.
But never.
What happened, let's say, and you might have gotten involved? Did they threaten you? Something?
Do you like it? Who? Look, we had. What are you looking at? What are you doing? What? That, at that silly age, But for us, man, it was simple. We threw a few punches and it was over. Now you see kids and they get all puffed up from their jackets?
Yeah, that's true too. The whole thing has changed completely again. It's a different story now.
It's a completely different thing.
But they're happy without
thinking about what will happen, without thinking about the consequences, as they say. Now it's stupidity, my ass. Back then it was foolishness. Now it isn't. Now it's just thug behavior.
Yes, it's different.
There's a difference between them. You see kids, you hear that they're all carrying on them, and you think, hold on, man, where is this nonsense going? That? He doesn't know what he's doing. Is he going to pull it out and stick it in your heart? You're done? He doesn't know what he's doing, and now what? One kid dies and the other kid will die too, inside him. What will you do after? Hey, my boy, where will you end up? 15 years old? Didn't they mess with your dad and your kid and you took a gun and blew their brains out? Because they threatened you? Because things got tough? Did you do it because he looked at you or said something and you killed him? My boy, what are you saying? Who did you kill? Man, you're ruined and the kid is gone. And it's not just the kid, it's the kid's mom, dad, siblings, friends. What did you do, my boy?
Throw 5 punches.
Walk away like that, everything's fine, that's great, I'm all for that, go ahead and fight.
He says like the other guy isn't honest, so should I be like that too, man?
Who's honest and who's not? Those things don't exist, man.
He says, that guy probably already has a knife, so let me have one too, first.
Put your knife away, you idiots. Don't take it out. Cut an apple or something. Don't do stupid stuff like that. That's not being tough. That's not being tough at all. Because the day after tomorrow, when you get a bit older, you'll pull out a butterfly knife from your bag and someone else will pull one out too. A little one? No, not a little one. That's not necessary. He'll pull out a little one and stick it right in your guts and it'll be a mess down there. You understand? You'll ruin yourselves, idiots, because I repeat, something extreme has already happened. Weigh it, something extreme has happened. It's not a solution. But I'm telling you, if they mess with your father, your child, or your mother, fuck them up. I say it too. I don't give a damn because of the crisis and all that. I don't care. But now just because you looked at me, idiot, should we kill each other? Who's the toughest guy? My balls? Are you all tough guys? Should we kill each other because you looked at someone else's girl? Because she's not his wife, not even his girlfriend. She's just some chick. They're kids. They don't even know what it means yet. Should we kill each other, idiot? Are we serious? Are we all going to ruin our lives? Supposedly it's disrespectful. What disrespect? Idiots, do you even know what respect means? Don't you know what respect means? Take him outside and fight. Won't you fight for more than 30 seconds, get tired, throw up? They throw 1, 2, 3 punches, someone throws up, we stop. It's a fight, but we're not trying to kill each other.
Dimitris, what do you think? Who do you think is to blame for this? Something must be to blame if you're saying that. Movies?
The things they watch, the things they hear.
Movies, music, parents.
They think all these things are like that. All the coins, no one should take the coins to the bank. They believe putting these things in their heads will make them something, but it won't. You'll just go backwards and end up destroyed.
Because there were always movies?
Movies have always existed, even when times were harder. Now people claim music leads kids to smoking, drinking, and drugs. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll? Have you ever heard that in your life? Yeah, you know, it used to happen back in the day, brother, with the youth.
Isn't it the same now?
Are they kids now? Hey, are they kids compared to back in the day?
Yes, that's true.
They're kids. But have they lost their way, man? They've lost their way and they've lost their direction. Hey, where are we going in the morning? Are they killing each other, dude? Really? I mean, I see it and I say, come on, what is this, the Bronx? And what the hell, man? Why didn't you get killed? Why didn't you kill? Was it because your life or your family's was threatened? Or did the other guy try to stab someone for money because he was hungry, made a mistake, and killed him? And you know what you see now? Some people in stories, and I don't even know what, they're killing each other over nothing over there. How are you going to move forward, man? Where are you going to end up with that kind of mindset? How are you going to get ahead? Take a shot, guys, have a drink, sit down and work things out. Why are you killing each other? What is this tough guy act? Is that what being tough is? Is that how you become a real man? Go to a real tough guy who's been around for 30 years. Let him tell you what it means to be tough. Let him tell you what it means to be a tough guy. Are you a tough guy? Is that it? No, man, I can't accept that. For me, that's not what being a tough guy is.
Why is that? You experienced, let's say, the fights, but there wasn't this thing where someone would set you up and betray you like now, man.
First of all, we didn't allow that to ourselves. I didn't allow that in my mind, in my head, to go and take down another guy. To go and take him down?
It took me.
He killed my child. He killed my wife. He took my wife, my father. That's where everything changes. That's where we're talking about self-defense. Should I go and get myself killed now by a kid my age just because he insulted my mother? Insulted your wife or something like that? I'll punch you right in the eyes. That's where it ends for the city. Let's kill each other, man. We were ruined there, 2 of us, 1 died. And what are you going to do with us? When you go, 17, 18 years old, Tufa, what are you going to do? How many wonderful, productive years of your life will you destroy? Will you destroy them? Which mother and which father will you leave behind? To hurt every day? Because you called me an asshole and I left. Hey, get lost. Asshole, get lost. Throw a couple of punches. Since you're men, cockfight. Throw a couple of punches, you assholes. Since that's as far as our minds go. Because honestly, that's as far as mine goes too. But only that far, man. That far, and if I see you, I'll find you, Metavros, I'll mess you up again. But only that far, man. Only that far. So,
let's move on to a very interesting topic, which is religion. I want you to tell me if you believe in Christ and in God. Thank you.
I am very religious, extremely so. I don't like it that much. Showing it, Not that I show it, I don't hide my faith at all. I don't like how things have turned out with the church. I don't like it. I mean, it has become very much a business, different from how I had it in my mind. The issue of the church and the issue of Christ. But Christ used to say, I see people who say they support Christ, not really being that much in favor. That's why, everyone is interested, in covering up their own stuff. I think about faith differently, and of course I believe very strongly to an extreme degree.
Has it helped you in everything?
It only helps me. It only does me good. Personally, it only does me good. Because some others, more educated than us, say that religion holds you back. Religion is for the uneducated, and you'll understand that if you get educated, I believe it only does me good. And even if I'm always uneducated, I don't mind. I accept being uneducated in some people's eyes. It does me good and it fulfills me. And so, if God gives me a family, I will put my children on this path as well. Not of fanaticism. I don't want to be fanatical, just religious.
Dimitri, I want you to tell me now, should we also talk a bit about the reality show? Why did you want to go? And in general, what was the purpose?
At that time, I was in a special phase of my life. I was 25.
26.
Yeah, at 26. That's when the application was submitted, just for fun. It was all a joke, and they called me, so I thought, why not go? Where should I go? I asked. And they kept telling me, go, it'll be fun, there will be stories and all that. So I said, I'll go. If I win, I'll donate the money to foundations for kids with cancer. That's how I ended up joining. So it wasn't like Mrs. Mago knew me, Mrs. Mago in the finance department and all that. I don't want Aisius to know me, you understand? But I liked it, didn't I? It's a good experience. Life has many, I liked it.
Do you think that helped you in any way in general?
It neither helped nor hurt me in any way. For me, the consequences are irrelevant. You don't like me, I don't give a damn. You like me, I don't give a damn. You dislike me because you know me.
So you don't intend to become famous nor to be a driver?
Who is famous? Find me one Greek who is famous. Is Papa Nicolau famous? I agree with you, he is famous. Is Socrates famous? Okay, I hear you. All the other Greeks are just recognizable. Some more and some less famous. No one is really famous except for some huge figures in world history, both in Greece and abroad. I'm talking about, take the most well-known Greek. I even said this on Instagram. Take the most well-known Greek that comes to your mind right now. Don't say who it is. Did someone come to mind from our era, from our scene?
Yeah, the fighter jets. That just popped into my head right away, man.
Forget fighter jets. They're less known since they're a niche topic. What about someone famous in music or acting? The most famous person, someone real and well-known? The most famous one. Take him and throw him into, like I said, throw him onto the busiest street in America. Just take him and throw him, man. They don't care. Which celebrity do you mean? Are you talking about Michael Jordan? Leave him there? He's famous, so we need to understand what it means to be famous and recognized.
Let's say, even Zampidis came to my mind, maybe people would recognize Zampidis.
Michalis is really known for what he has done, known worldwide. He is known for what he has done.
But he busted his ass to do it. While everyone, I believe, thinks that going on a reality show, no matter how bad it is for fun, you don't really achieve anything substantial.
I never thought I would achieve anything.
That's it. They get followers, but then you see that they forget what to do with them.
What are you going to do with followers, bro? What are the followers going to do for you? Now? Yeah, if it's a girl or a couple of influencers who have their own shops, their clothes, their stuff, okay? Yeah, okay, that's useful to me. For example, I'm using this situation right now. Me having a profile now with 500,000 followers, I'm just saying a number, and going out and being greeted by 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and 15-year-olds. Man, what am I going to post in my life? Am I going to become whatever I want? Like that time I went to Dino, to some forgotten strip club, and this old guy with some gold chains came up and hugged me. And he says to me, "You're a real tough guy, the way you talk on TV." I love being in the middle of nowhere and having some old guy recognize me, not just a reality show kid. That means something to me. I care about that.
But isn't it easier for you now? Yeah, no.
I always did. Yeah, nothing in my life is any easier.
Yeah, did you get any clients from the reality show? Like, oh, I know you just like that.
I don't like it when you say you like me because of the reality show.
It's a red flag.
I want you to get to know me first. It's okay if you don't like me, just like I don't like it when you say you don't like me because of the reality show. Because in every reality show, they only show what they want. Yeah, do you know me? Have you met me? Do you know who I am? Do you have any reason not to go out for a quick coffee with me? Going out and criticizing me and acting all superior with that attitude. First of all, you can't speak rudely since I allowed you to sit in my chair so we could talk. So you can't judge me, you can only talk. Kechagias, I don't like him for what I've seen, not for who he is. You don't know what he's really like. I showed 100% of myself, but only 10% was shown, so you can judge me for that 10%, but you don't know the other 90% yet. So, okay, tell me, he doesn't interest me, I don't want him for what I saw, fine, don't ever want me.
He has to talk bad about you.
You don't need to speak badly about anyone. I've never commented on a profile to criticize someone.
It's weird.
I will stand against pedophiles, snitches, collaborators, traitors. Those people, I will go against them. Am I going to stand against any type of Greek like that? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Hey man, just keep your mouth shut. Don't talk, because if you go against me, I'll go against you too. If I even consider you for anything. That's it. Fake profiles and kids down there saying these things. Now, I've never gotten involved in my life. I never will. It doesn't matter to me now.
That gives them meaning, so you won't stop. To everyone,
Unfortunately, a phone gives meaning now, brother. A repressed person vents on a cell phone. Hasn't he tried to make himself better? He'll take it out on someone who's just sitting at a computer asking some idiot 5 things, you know? Can't you see, you lazy idiot, lately? That's it? Is that what he'll tell you? What have you done, brother? While you're writing this right now, what are you doing? You're in front of a screen, watching someone talking like an idiot and commenting. You're much worse than the two of us, brother.
So, Kinato, what about now? You, in general, how will the next 5 years be?
Haven't you
Set any goals?
every day? For me, it's a new life that God gives me strength and I open my eyes. It's a blessing and I start from the beginning. To become better at my job, to achieve something better in my work, to open another door somewhere in something else, that's my concern. And what I think about every day, and it's the only thing that causes me stress, is not being able, for any reason, to stand on my own 2 feet, to help my home and my people. That's my only anxiety. I don't worry about anything else.
Let's say. But now, for sure, you're saving some money to do something. Why are you saving it?
To let it rust? Yes, I'm making my plan. I see what I need to do, where I need to move, to be okay, to be able to live, to be able to eat. And to be able, I repeat, to help my people when they need it, without having to say no.
Yes, to have security, money.
To help my people and one day take my wife on a trip where she can pick shoes she likes and I can say, take them without checking the price. That's what I want to have in my life. I'm not daydreaming. My father isn't a ship owner. I don't have plans like that. I just want to be well and to be able to offer whatever those who love me and those I love want. And even if that sounds a bit strange, that's how I see it. If you want me just to offer you things, you won't get everything, you won't get it all. To those I like, I want to offer them everything because I enjoy it. I like being able to give. I like it. It doesn't make me any less.
Don't you have something you're getting ready to do right now? No.
I'm steady and preparing for many things, though I'm unsure how they'll turn out.
Do you also rent cars? Yes, of course I rent. So do you have any...
I'm really into cars. How about you?
Do you generally like cars? Of course.
You interact with people, you're in the business, you see what's going on. It's a job that will never die, at least with the knowledge we have right now. It's a job that always keeps going. You can't be sure about anything. If this river dries up, I think I have the brains to find the next one. I'm not afraid at all. I've never been afraid of anything like that. How will we find work? How will we find money? I'm never afraid.
I want you to tell me, in general, the worst moment of your life.
The worst moment of my life ever?
Do you mean that I also have...
Countless bad moments in my life?
I mean, can't you think of one that...
Inside me, I have a lot of darkness, a lot of bitterness. I have a lot of bad things inside me, ugly things.
Nothing comes to mind, huh?
I've lost friends and it has hurt me a lot. I've lost my dog, for example, brother. When your dog passed away, my dog. Are you over it after a year? Now? I mean, I still see him in my dreams all the time. It probably messed me up.
How many years did you have him?
Was he 9 years old? That's a lot, you know? Come on, it's just a dog, not like you lost a person. I lost a friend who was like a brother. That brought me to my knees too, and I'm hurt by many people who don't value others properly. It hurts me. In general, I'm human, you know? Yeah, I might be really tough about some things.
But do you have any feelings?
I'm really tough, and I'm not saying this to impress anyone. I don't care what people think. I'm extremely tough when it comes to some things, but I'm just as sensitive, you know, when it comes to others. I mean, if I love you, it's easy for you to walk all over me and hurt me. Easy. Let them act like that now. I don't see anyone caring about these things. They don't see anyone because they don't see themselves. We don't even know who they really are. Hey man, yeah, a lot of things in my life hurt me. So many things. But when it comes to my finances and my work, I don't let my knees buckle, man, and God says good morning to me, Mitzos, and I'm fine. Let's find a way. I'm all in. I always go head first, everywhere. I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah, but what you said about the dog or about your friend, you definitely couldn't work those days. You worked through it. I mean,
we move forward. We have people behind us. We have a family, a father, a mother who might need something, a family behind us, 5 people. We work, we move forward, we go ahead. Do we live today in the glory of God?
yes, we have jobs.
Glory to God, we live. We open our eyes and move forward even when we feel down or upset. Some days are harder, but we keep going, my friend.
So your feelings don't matter when it comes to doing your job.
Not in this. I'm cold-blooded, you know. No matter what's happened in my life, I stay ice cold. So if you put me at a table right now to discuss a job with someone we know is huge. I'll talk to him how I talk. If he wants me or wants us to work together, fine. If not, I don't care.
He doesn't want you to change for each person, to be perfect.
I don't care, man. If I'm good for you, I'm telling you, that's how I'll be. And the people who are by my side in my life and really know me, they know that this is how my mind works. I don't care to be good for you, man. I want to be good for you if you really like me, if you don't like me. Because Dimitris talks like this, behaves like this, do you really want me to compromise on something, to change something, just to please you? Walk away whoever you are, brother. We're not compatible. 1,000 times we may clash, we may fight to become a mess, a real mess. But I know who you are and you know who I am, right? We're not like that, are we?
I can't, man.
Don't do this to me. It makes me mad and I might fuck you up, brother. That's not me.
That's not me.
All that talk about being a gangster and tough guy and all that. But I can screw you over 3 times better. I handled the tough ones 3 times better.
Because those guys want to screw people over, brother.
No need to say who he or I am, what I am or do, because we both already have and do those things. When the time of reckoning comes, when we do the Z, what we call the reckoning, we'll see who is what and who has what and who really counts. Where will we see all this? Everyone has these things. In the neighborhood. You're good, but are you really my friend?
Subtitles, author wave, nothing will come then.
What they saw in the actors' movie, they used to say, you'll see, when it's all fun, everyone's okay. But when it's time to settle up, that's when we'll see who you really are, brother. Just leave it. That's why I never talk. I've never said I'm this, I do that. I know I have this. Do you want something? Do you want nothing? Come on, no problem. That's just to intrigue you, for me to do something to you. No, there's no need.
But as you get older, don't you start thinking about it? Like, let's take the argument part. Maybe you shouldn't get involved.
I only got involved as a kid. I never wanted to otherwise.
Yeah, now let's say later on.
I'm not interested.
Now, you wouldn't step in unless they did something to your family?
Unless you want to mess with me. Now, should I start a fight just because you looked at me? Are you kidding me, buddy? I don't care. Does it matter? Are you crazy, Panakelia, to bother me now? Come on, if you want, I'm waiting for you. I have no problem. But just like that, because he said, because of this. Come on, man. Everyone talks about everyone. We sit around arguing all day. But if now you're acting like, let's say, what you call our generation's gangster and tough guy, and just because you know a few people, some from prison, a few from here and a few from there, and if, come on, since you know, come on. But there's a reason. We reach a point, you know, where it's all about who knows who can do what, who has what, and who has the guts. You understand what I'm saying? In areas like this, people don't talk because, as they say, we'll see who really has it, just leave it. We don't need to go there, brother. We don't need to go there because you see, even people on the world stage at that high, tough level, as we say, they just have a drink together and that's it. Who has it? Who doesn't? Who is who?
Everyone? It's all one circle?
Everyone is and everyone isn't. We don't need to go there. We don't need to get into such things because there's always someone tougher than you. Now you're acting tough with me, telling stories and showing off, and I don't even know what else. Go on. Want to eat something? Yeah. Eat something, have a drink, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Come on, calm down so we can talk again. You're nothing. There are some people, man, who really are something, and there are others who are everything, and you don't know them. You don't know who they are. You see someone, a kid, all quiet, with his hair and all that, and you think, man, he doesn't act tough, he doesn't do anything, right? And you think he can't do this or that, and he just wipes you off the map. For a second, just let it go, man. Who is who and who isn't? It's not necessary, man. We're all people. Do you hear me? We're all human. There's no need to get into those fine distinctions to see who really is what and who really is tough at what. If we don't have serious things to divide over, matters of life, we don't need to get into these little traps. We all need to be together. Man, we have the same skin and the same blood. You're Albanian, you're Romanian, you're Egyptian, you're Slovak, whatever you are, I don't give a damn what you are. Sit down so we can work things out. If we can work things out nicely, we will. If for some reason we can't, we'll fight. Don't start acting tough with me, saying you have this and you do that. I don't give a damn about you. I really don't care.
Before we go to the audience questions, I want you to say one last message. I always ask my guests this. A message you'd like to give to the people watching us.
Look, man, what I would like, what I think we all need, is more hope. It used to sound cliche, you know, but unfortunately nowadays you see people losing their hope and faith every day, man. And so, besides the fact that we need to wise up and not get involved with all those things we mentioned before, right? We shouldn't make them our main focus and instead deal with other things that actually matter. We must not forget to love, man.
Is there love, do you believe?
Yes, there is, but it's trapped very deep inside. This phase is now dominated by self-interest, by having a backup plan, by trickery, by sneakiness, by cunning, and we've forgotten. Man, we should love. There's nothing more beautiful than loving someone. You don't do that kind of stupid stuff. You know what I mean? I'm saying this based on love, man. Love brings respect. Love brings truth. Beautiful love, you know, not craziness, not madness, not disobedience. We're not talking about toxic things. You can't hurt and do great harm to someone you truly love, purely, not in a toxic or bad way, just because you're missing something and you want to take advantage of them. Those things, man, hope, faith, love, those beautiful things, man, that we've forgotten them.
They don't exist anymore.
We've completely forgotten them, brother.
Very nice message, Dimitris. Let's go now. Audience questions. They've written us various things. Let's see what you'll say. Subtitles. So, here it says, if you would do something with a bank, with a trans person, for example.
Nobody. I wouldn't do anything with a bank since I have nothing. Whatever you do in your bed is your business. I have no problem with anyone. Homosexuals, trans, bi, whatever they're called, I don't know. I don't really think that bi even exists. I mean bi. If you're with both women and men, if a man is with you, you're homosexual, buddy. Don't you know that? Why wouldn't I date a trans person? Because to me, being trans doesn't make someone a woman. If you've got two balls, bro, you're not a woman. Your chest, face, or features may appear feminine on the outside. You might see her with my husband and say, wow, what a woman. But genetically, aren't you a man? So I can't be with a man. I want to be with a woman. I can't be with a man. I'm not into that. Even if someone looks like a woman, for me, they're not a woman, and their nature, man, is male, not female. No, it couldn't happen, man. Let them be among themselves. I'm attractive to many men. I like being with men. Not me. It couldn't happen.
Ah, yes, let's talk about gambling like we said. about the part that most people now advertise and play.
They advertise it because it sells, because there's a lot of money involved. The fact that there's a lot of money in gambling, does that mean poverty?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it means wealth, it means poverty. And I'm really disappointed with the youngsters. If you want, man, and you have money and you make money and you want to spend it, spend your own. Taking money from your daddy, who works 10 hours a day, and you tell him you want 30 euros because you don't have money, and your old man gives it to you and you go and blow it on those flashing machines and all that crap. You won't become a real man that way. Exactly. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't know where you're heading, and you're even fooling your own family. What is gambling anyway? Gambling? What is it? Is it an addiction? Is gambling an addiction? You get into a bad habit, like lying to your parents, taking 5 euros, saying you need them for something, and then going and spending them on gambling. Work hard for 10 hours a day, and if you don't gamble, spend your money however you want. Everyone has their own vices and passions. And I play too, I do my own thing. But to go over there, to go and lie to the guy across the street, ask him for 50 euros, say I need it, just to go play the slots. What are you going to become, a millionaire? Are you going to become one? You idiot, what are you going to become, broke? And you lie too? No problem, for example. But now all the kids, all the young ones, they think they're going to get rich. Look at them. And the others too, they're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. You take it from him, you trick them because you got 5 euros once. Do you think you'll get it again? I think tomorrow. I'm moving on.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Can you tell me about the internet gurus? You know, the ones who show you the way the right way?
I congratulate myself for being in this category.
For his money, for his women, my friend.
I'm telling you, there's nothing worse you could make me watch, right? There's no way I'm going to watch a kid now. Me like you, or like the guy across, or like anyone else. To set up a phone in front of me and tell me how much of an idiot I am for not working, or for working too much. In the end, why does he make the same or even more money just by staying at home? Or how worthless I am because I let a woman slap me? Or how much of an idiot of a man I am if I go and flirt with a woman in a nice way? While I'm supposed to show that I'm an alpha male and be distant and act like I don't care. Dude, you loser, that's what an alpha male is, man. That's why women throw water balloons at you. You see a woman outside now, for example? I won't go and tell her how beautiful her eyes are or how nice her smile is, and she'll reject me. Let her reject you. So what, man? Let her reject you. Play it tough. Let the woman come talk to me. Let her make a move. Let her even fuck you too. The woman. She pours you red wine to drink, opens the door for you to get in the car, and even pays the bill. As soon as you go out to eat, let her take the lead and screw you, then she acts all crazy. Come on, man, forget it. The internet is full of people like that. Can I see some athlete from abroad and just relax my mind? And now she throws bows at me. People who are bows in every aspect of their lives. They're the lowest, the very bottom of the food chain.
But now they're professors.
And now this guy is telling me how to talk to a woman? What to say? What to do? Come on, man, just go take a walk, go get some polish so we can shine our shoes. Please, man, let's just move on, my boy. This place isn't even a real country, man. It's not even worth wasting our breath. Not even worth wasting our breath.
Do you want to talk? Now? I don't know if you want. It's not about the hustlers in general, about the scams that are going around.
Scams have always existed, but they're much easier now because they're online.
I don't know about that. Did you also get those the old school way?
They come and they will keep coming.
About traffic police or whatever?
As it rises, the media, this whole thing, they will rise too. Hey man, does it make sense? Just like they used to take $5 from you on the street back in the day, now they're trying to take it from you through apps.
That's generally if you've used illegal substances.
I was never a fan, man. No, I wasn't.
Neither drugs nor steroids. No.
I don't like feeling like I'm dependent on something so extreme. Cigarettes are an addiction, but
It's not the same.
But it's not on the same level, It's not on the same level. I'm afraid of myself getting into a rut of not being in control of something else taking over me. That's why I never got involved. And never. No, I don't care what they call me. What they say doesn't matter to me. I just didn't like it, man. As a way of thinking, as an attitude towards life, as an opinion, it doesn't suit me.
Social media destroy your mind, you know?
They ruin it since you see scams, since you only see nonsense. Half of those who seem happy turn off their phones and cry at home at night. But that's what they sell because it might be their job. For this event, for that event, what about you? The priest and that little girl we talked about before, why do they fall into the trap and get involved with nonsense just to make their money? He says, Tado. He has money, does this, does that. Yes, but he did it all the wrong way. For me, you should know, it's all done some good, but it's done a lot of good, my brother, a whole lot. And everyone struggles because of what they sell, because they were always selling nonsense. Is this from your own head, my friend? Didn't you work on it at all? Not at all? Haven't you worked on it? Your own mind? You haven't. You need to understand what you see, but you just look, accept it, and base everything on that.
Damn it, Kechagias, why did you go on the reality show? I mean, why did you go? Did you just waste your time? Was it an experience?
I didn't waste my time at all. Not at all. It was a really great experience. It was a luxury prison. Your confinement, you know, that's how you start becoming institutionalized. You wake up, you do this, you do that, you argue for no reason, you see ghosts, you argue with yourself, you make things up.
You believe what they tried to do to you, to label you? Did it harm your name in any way that matters in prison?
I know very well what my name is and who I am, and those who really know me know very well.
But you don't believe. The higher you rise in any field, don't you have more enemies?
You always have enemies when you achieve something, enemies when you evolve anywhere. They stone saints, not fools. That's what I mean. This is the tendency of our generation. Whatever you do, they'll screw you over. Whatever you do, a little good, a lot of good, something huge, they'll mess up everything you have and don't have. That's our tendency. If you start worrying now and get anxious thinking, what will Maria and George say? First of all, you won't do anything and you'll remain very insignificant in whatever you do. Everyone has something to say, an opinion on everything, claims to know it all and talks a lot. That's what dominates our generation, unfortunately, and that's just how it is.
Anyway, Dimitris, I really enjoyed it too, man. It was a strong episode.
My first YouTube story is, and you write to me because I like it. You run, you chase, you judge, your mind works well. Thank you for bringing such nice people.
Yes, now I want to bring in all the fighters because they add a lot of value.
Kari, you should bring athletes, including older ones, and good teachers. Even the youngsters will listen. Things, nice things, the right things.
Because I believe that many teachers have raised children.
So many children.
Many athletes.
Let's say the teacher, they raised children, many children. They didn't have close families and they had teachers. They will tell you. So that's it.
I'll include your Instagram below so anyone, kids or young people, can message you. Thank you all for staying until the end. Let's wrap up the video. Goodbye.